Hey everybody, welcome to the Juicy Fuego channel. Today I'm going to go over 15 fragrances that I had compliments on this year. Now these are the 15 of the highest compliments. Now the first 3 are just going to be honorable mentions. The reason they're honorable mentions is because they are considered niche, so they're a little bit more on the spendy side. But how this list is going to go is the ones that go first are going to be the most expensive all the way to the least expensive. And that's how I'm going to do it. The one that got me the most compliments I'll touch up on as I get there. So first and foremost, the fragrance that is the most expensive on my list at this moment, and I'm talking most expensive for me, all right, is Chypre Toscano by Unique E Luxury. Now this is just lovely. Now I have smelled Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, and I don't recall exactly how it smells because I only smelled it in passing when I went to a boutique, and I haven't really gotten my nose on it multiple times. But I was told that this smells similar to Tuscan Leather, and I believe them. But it's kind of sweet too, so maybe it's on the same vibe. Anyway, this has given me compliments from certain people. Not everybody likes this. It is a little bit polarizing, but this is more mass appealing than Tom Ford Tuscan Leather because it's a little bit sweeter. So it's got that sweet, and it just, once it gets on skin, you put it on paper, there's gonna be a lot of people not liking it, but once it gets on skin, once it gets on your clothes and you got that sillage going on, you're gonna get compliments. I got this at Scent Explorer for about $180. So that right there is my most expensive fragrance. Now, number 2 is going to be Date for Men. I just recently picked this up, and I am loving it. And I get lots of compliments on it too. I don't, Jeremy Fragrance, hats off to you. You get these compliment beasts. You're spitting them out. Now they're not, as a fragrance nut myself, you're not exactly, making us want to go out and get them. But I'm going to be honest with you right now. I love Date for Men. I really like it. I like easy scents that are sexy. And this, even though this might not be the sexiest thing ever, it projects enough to where I'm going to get some compliments. This is good enough for a club situation. Now, here's what I do. I start getting good compliments on something and then I stop wearing it. But this is one fragrance that I keep grabbing. I like it myself. And they say it's got an ultra male vibe. I can see that. It's not exactly like ultra male though, ultra male, because to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of ultra male. And that is probably one of the most complimented fragrances out there. And I found it to be a little bit more hit or miss for me because the women in my area do tend to like those traditional masculine scents. So something like with lavender in it, something that they can recognize and know. Now here's a fragrance that's gotten me some very surprising compliments. The most surprising compliment was from more than 10 feet away. My sillage was following behind me, and it was like, "Hey, is that you? That smells so good." Office for Men, Jeremy, another banger. Now this fragrance isn't like super interesting, but it is straight to the point, very safe to wear, and it's gonna get you compliments. Like, okay, I'm smelling it right now, and it's just got a nice clean ambroxan note to it. Now I got the second batch. I heard that the third batch is even better. Hopefully I get a bottle of that sometime. All right, number 12. Now again, I'm going from most expensive to least expensive. Now those were the niche ones that I had. This is a fragrance that gets me attention every time I wear it. Tom Ford Ombre Leather. This is one that I tend to not really wear unless it's a cold spring day or it's in the fall. I don't really wear it in the wintertime, so I'm probably not going to be rocking this in my top 10 as far as winter goes. It's probably not going to be in my rotation because I'm looking forward to wearing more resinous scents or more gourmandy scents. But man, this is lovely. I've gotten a lot of good positive attention with Tom Ford Ombre Leather. All right, so number 11. This is a go-to fragrance for me. Anytime there's a sporting event, and I know if you guys watched my channel before, you already know, yes, Allure Homme Sport. This gives me positive attention. I don't know anybody that doesn't like this. Now, to be quite honest with you, even though us frag heads really love Au Extrême, Allure Homme Sport Au Extrême, which is this one, I think the Allure Homme Sport might be a little bit more mass appealing. So hopefully someday I can have a little comparison about that and I can check that out. But as of right now, I started wearing this in the fall, got lots of positive attention with it. All right, here's one that I picked up recently when I got Acqua di Gio Absolute Instinct. And this came with Acqua di Gio in a box set. And this is Acqua di Gio Absolute. So Absolute Instinct was what I was going for because I liked the woody scent more. And there are particular people that do like that woody accord a little bit more. And I just like how it mixes and intermingles with the DNA. But this Absolute right here, even though it's not my preference, wow, it gets a lot of positive attention. I've gotten quite a few compliments just with the little dent that I put in this small little sample bottle. So I am appreciative of that. You know, I'll keep wearing it. Once this one goes down, I'll have to make my decision whether I'm actually going to get a full bottle presentation of that one. All right, so number 10. This is a winter banger. This is a fall banger. This is something that I've actually even worn in the summer in an evening going out when it was a little bit colder, and that is Spice Bomb Extreme. This is lovely. I reach for this a lot, and you know what? By the time this time next year, I bet I might have to buy another bottle of this. This is amazing. Positive compliments from this all year long. All right, so the next one on the list is one that everyone knows, and that is La Nuit de l'Homme. Hey, the women can't get enough of this. That lavender. Remember I said the lavender before? Women are just attracted to scents that they already know. So things that their dad wore, but it's more modern. So if you can go back, it's like right now citrus is really good. And you know what? I've always liked citrus. So something like Eau Sauvage or something like Acqua di Parma, Colonia. Something in that vein, and then if you can add a little modernity, is that a word? Modernity to it, then you got it made. And I think, and I haven't smelled it yet, but I think the Acqua di Parma Colonia Intensa, I think that has a more modern take on that DNA, because that DNA has been around for like 100 years or something. But this is still good. It's been around for quite some time, but you know what? I never picked it up. So I love La Nuit de l'Homme. I love the original L'Homme as well. And I'm looking forward to checking out some of the flankers as well. It's just, it's price dependent. So the next one on the list is also by Yves Saint Laurent. I recently picked this up, and I tell you what, every time I put this fragrance on, I got a compliment. Now, I did wear it recently where I don't remember getting a compliment the last time I wore it, but I get people that pass me by and be like, that look, and you know, when they're looking, you know they smell the sillage, you know they did, and this is Y Eau de Parfum. Now, I am also interested in getting Y Live, because I hear it's slightly better, but man, this apple, this is probably, I'm gonna say it right now, this is my favorite blue fragrance, and you guys know I'm a little bit of a nut when it comes to blue fragrances. I love my blue fragrances, and I do wear a lot. And Sauvage started getting me a little bit too many compliments, and every time I start getting too many compliments, it just seems like I push that fragrance away and I start wearing other stuff because I'm trying to experiment. But here's the thing, I push this away, but I miss it. Like, this is the only blue fragrance. This one's on top right now. This is the blue fragrance king for me. So Yves Saint Laurent, Y Eau de Parfum. All right, so the next one is a recent pickup, and I got lucky. I found it at I want to say it was a Marshall's. It could have been a Ross. But this has gotten me nothing but positive attention, and I do wear it at the right time. I've worn it to work before, but to be honest, that's not exactly the best place for it because it's boozy. And this is Thierry Mugler Pure Malt. This is amazing. I get a lot of good positive attention from the females from this. The guys, not so much, but that's fine. The women love this, and that's why I wear it. All right, so the next one on the list is one that I got middle of the year. I was wearing it in the summer. I got tons of attention in the summer and kind of put it aside because I wanted to try other things. I was wearing Armani Code Profumo instead. I was putting on Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb Extreme. I was going for all these different scents, but this one's so good. It's so good. And that is 1 Million Lucky. I can't tell you, like, you know, I get a lot of good positive attention with this. If you are trying to attract somebody from the opposite sex and get them in your corner and maybe, you know, want to go on a date with you, this is going to grab their attention. I mean, you can wear this at the club. It could be a club banger. I mean, it could be something that you go out with the guys and just try to grab some attention. You know, I get good compliments from this. I've gotten some of the best compliments. It was like, oh my God, what are you wearing? I love that so much. That was one of the compliments I got with this one. And then the same person said something very similar. I was like, oh, you're wearing that again. Oh, you got to tell me what that is. I love it so much. You know, so I really do like wearing this one. I got a small bottle of it, and I put in quite a dent in this. This is probably one of my most worn fragrances of the year. And this is only a 50 mil, but with this 50 mils, I think I'm probably down to 35 at least, maybe a little bit more than that now. All right, so that was number 5. We are at 4 at this time. Now this fragrance was a later acquisition. I got it in the fall. I started wearing it, started smelling it. I love this fragrance. This is one of my favorite houses, and that's Versace Eros. This scent is just, you can't go wrong. If you're going out with your friends, you're going out to a dance club. Now, I don't really go to dance clubs, but I'll go to a bar, watch a game. I'll do stuff like that, and maybe go to a place that's playing music, but not necessarily a bunch of dancing going on. That mint and the vanilla is just amazing in this, and this has gotten me some very, very nice attention. I had a female one time grab me by the neck, smelled my neck with her nose, and said, "Oh my God, you smell so good." That's Versace Eros. So back to back here, number 5 and number 4. They're kind of fighting for each other for that place, but that's where it got put up right now. But to be quite honest with you, who's over the other one? This one's over that one. Out of all these fragrances so far, the ones that I've gotten the most compliments have probably been mostly Jeremy fragrances. They're just mass pleasing. They just are, and I've worn them less. But out of all of them, for the most part, these two get me a lot of positive attention. And Thierry Mugler Pure Malt is also very good. So those 3 right there, if you wanted to get the best of getting compliments and grabbing attention, those 3 would probably be it. As far as date night goes, you can't go wrong with Spice Bomb Extreme, or you can't go wrong with Lana Huitfeldt. They're awesome. All right, number 3 is going to surprise you. It surprised me how much positive attention this one gets. This is a very, very nice sleeper fragrance that some people know, but a lot of people don't. And that's Calvin Klein Reveal. This thing, it's clean, it's fresh, but yet it's sweet. It's got everything you need to grab those compliments. It really does. And it lasts long. This is gonna last at least 8 hours, maybe even 9 if you spray it close. It does about 7 to 8 for me. I tend to, if I'm going to continue to wear it, I tend to respray it after that, or I take the opportunity and wear something different. But this has gotten me quite a bit of attention, and it is a cheapie. This is a cheapie. Calvin Klein Reveal. All right, number 2, you can find it at the rack stores right now. They are stacked up. I strongly encourage you guys to go pick up some if you have the opportunity. And you know what? I don't have a backup bottle right now, and I think I'm gonna be banging this one out in the summertime all the time. It's gonna be on my rotation, and I wore quite a bit of it already, and that is John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This thing is just, it's niche smelling. A lot of John Varvatos' fragrances are like that, and this one is the same. It is just awesome in my opinion. Can't go wrong with this one. This has gotten me so much positive attention. Now, I have worn it quite a bit. I did wear it quite a bit, but the ladies do like this one, especially the ones that like those fresh fragrances. All right, the last ones have gotten me some pretty crazy compliments. And I would say out of the whole entire group, this one gets me more attention from the men than it does from the ladies, but the ladies like it too, and the more mature ladies like it even more. And I think it's because it's a little bit green, and that is Armaf Le Parfait pour Homme. This thing by Armaf, it is like a mix of green Irish tweed and a little bit of Aventus, all right? And I really like it. It smells good. I don't wear it that much anymore because I gave my dad Armaf as a gift, and I gave a really close friend that I live close to here where I'm from. I gave this to him as a gift as well for his birthday, and since they have it, I don't wear it too much. But my friend's starting to get lower in his bottle, so I need to replace it. I didn't get him a Christmas gift this year because I was working so much. But yeah, that is definitely one that I got a lot of compliments on. One other one I do want to mention is Bulgari's Aqua line. That one tends to get a lot of compliments as well. You just kind of have to figure out where you fit in on that line, because the original Aqua is going to attract more a mature crowd, but it also is going to fit somebody probably more like me. The Marine is going to be really good in the summer. Amara is really good in the summer. I've gotten tons of positive attention from Amara. And then your quintessential blue fragrance, Aqua Atlantique, is also pretty darn good. They're standard fragrances, but they didn't make my line, and the reason why I mention them now is they're still pretty good. So I hope you liked this list, and I'm definitely going to come back, and I have some more coming up very soon.